Hi everybody, I'm Trin Johnson and welcome to Dust in My Eye. So I was looking around my studio yesterday and my Brusho caught my eye and I wondered if I could do Brusho with alcohol ink. Now this is my collection of Brusho. And I can't show you my collection of alcohol ink because it's on a cart and there's a lot of it. Anyway, but I wondered if the two would combine because this is a water-based medium and alcohol ink is obviously an alcohol-based medium. But I had quite cool results. Let me show you. So my first attempt was this one. And I thought that turned out kind of cool. Not sure which way I had it. And then my second attempt was this one. And I really liked this one, so that made me try it one more time, and that was the result of the last time. So I thought these were kind of interesting, and I thought maybe you would find them interesting also, and maybe you would like to see how I did them. So that's what this video is. If that sounds like fun to you, please stick around and watch. And if you could hit that like and subscribe, that would be great. And let me just show you what I did. I think I'll work with this color combination again because I thought it was quite striking. So let me see if I can remember what ones I used on that one particularly. What I did was I started with the Brusho, and to activate Brusho you can drop it onto wet paper, you can drop it onto dry paper and wet it, you can wet it off in a palette and paint with it. What I'm going to do is wet my paper a little bit first, and I am working on Costco Kirkland photo paper. I am working on the back of it, not the shiny side, the matte side. And I often work on that with alcohol ink. So the colors I used were olive green and violet. And if you're unfamiliar with Brusho, it's often best just to poke a hole in the top and sprinkle it on because Brusho is kind of insidious and it gets everywhere. So that's how I have these set up. I also have some Ken Oliver Color Burst, but I don't think I used them on this colorway. So I've got a little wet down and I'm going to just sprinkle the Brusho. Now you can see it kind of reacting with the water that's on there. Put a little olive green. I know it says olive green and orange is coming out, but that's how these colors are. If I mixed it up, I would get green. But it's all these little particles. And I'm going to spritz it a little bit. You can see what it does is really cool. I just started thinking, you know, you can watercolor on Yupo paper. This is a very similar to Yupo paper kind of feel. And I thought, well, if you can watercolor on Yupo paper, why can't I Brusho on Yupo paper? Now, it's very wet. I don't know if you can see that. I can move it around a little bit. And that's kind of cool. But I want it to be dry before I do the alcohol ink, so I just kind of come in here with a tissue and pat it off. Because I don't need it to be quite so Yahoo vibrant, and I do need it to be dry. There will be a lot of noise in this video that I will edit out because I am going to be using a blow dryer a little bit, and I also have a compressor with an airbrush hook to it that I use for alcohol ink, and it's kind of noisy. That's kind of more the feel I want. So I'm going to just dry it with my blow dryer because I need it completely dry. So, okay. Now the colors I used on the flowers was this Copic ink color of clematis. Really pretty lavenderish color. I also used, it may have been Pool. I think I'm going to go with Pool. Ranger ink color. And I used a little bit of orange. I'd like sunset orange, I think. Maybe. No, I think Valencia'd work. There we go. All right, so we're going to start with those three colors. I used a green marker, alcohol ink marker. This one is an Azure Royal Langnickel. I have quite a collection, but I also have a collection here that I use when I do alcohol ink. And so most of mine are away in bags, but this is convenient. So I needed a nice olive green, and that one worked. So let's drop some flowers in. I'm going to just put a little puddle there. Puddle here, and a little puddle up there. And again, I'm going to run the hair dryer. I like to start with the ink being completely dry. I find that works better most of the time. I don't always wait for that, but I try to. So I'm just going to put a little drop of alcohol on one little edge and then use my airbrush. Just work my way around. My way around again. Hard to do this and not move the paper. Okay. I'm going to just get a little alcohol on a brush. Move some ink around a little bit. Okay. And then I just want to do some splattering. I want to draw out the tealish color and the orange. So I'm just going to grab one of these little trays and put a little bit in there. Add just a little alcohol because I want to thin it out a little bit. Drop some splatters, which will make the ink move that's already on there too. Just gives a kind of cool effect. And we'll drop some orange in this one. I don't know if I've got that quite on camera. A couple drops of alcohol. Clean my brush. Okay. And now I just want to draw some stems in. I like to use the wedge edge, the chisel tip. Now I'm going to add a little bit of this Copic marker. Again, I'm going to use the chisel tip. Okay, and then I'm going to just take some relatively clear alcohol and do a little bit of tapping. Where am I? Oh, there it is. So this is just very lightly tinted. But see, what I'm trying to get is just so these lines aren't perfection, as near as perfection as they ever were. I like them messed up. And there you go. Now I could put centers in my flowers. I didn't really care for that when I tried to do that before, so I think I'm just going to leave them as is. It was a lot of fun. If you have Brusho and you have alcohol ink, give it a whirl. Like I said, I tried like 3 different colorways, and it was a lot of fun. A different background for the alcohol ink. And I thought it was kind of cool. So if you liked it, like I said, hit the like. And if you want to see more, hit the subscribe. And if you would like to, please check out my Etsy shop, where I have prints of my artwork along with cute little monsters and other fun stuff for sale. Thanks for watching.